Welcome to 10. I'm Shonna Dorsey with the Nebraska Tech Collaborative powered by Aksarben and also with internNE powered by Aksarben, which is what we're here to talk about today. And we have a special guest co-host who is with me on 10, and that's why I was a little tripped up. But
yeah,
hi.
It's odd to be on internNE, but I'm really glad to be here. Brian Poppe, I work at Mutual of Omaha. We're joined today by Tony Aguilera. Tony, how are you?
Really good. Thanks for having me today. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for being here. So let's see, how are we going to start this?
Connection to Intern Nebraska is probably a good move, I feel like.
Do it.
So Tony, what do you know about Intern Nebraska?
So we were fortunate to come engage with Intern Nebraska. Someone said, do I know Intern Nebraska? Of course. Here's what they're doing with internships, employers, and they're powered by Aksarben, and friends of mine are part of the Aksarben Foundation. And so I said no, but it seemed like a perfect two ships kind of meeting in the night thing. What we do with, I represent a scholarship foundation called the Barrientos Scholarship Foundation, and we're trying to do what you guys are actually doing with the intern program. So we're really excited about the partnership and just really gracious for just that relationship and looking forward to what the next year brings for us.
Excellent. So tell us about the scholarship fund.
Yeah, so it's kind of a bigger story. Casa de la Cultura is run by Marcos Mora. Most notably, people know him from Cinco de Mayo. He's the executive director of that. But it's bigger than that. He's kind of been working in the community for 30 years, and he runs 17 programs. And I've been honored to help serve in the youth development piece, specifically in the educational piece where scholarships, my family's been underneath his umbrella. Really, I said, I don't want to run a nonprofit. I don't want to build a team. I would just love to raise some funds on my family side. And if we could give those away. And he's allowed me to do that for the last, since 2013, 14. So, but this last 2 years, I've been honored to serve as the president now. So I'm serving a team of about 11. And now we're just trying to crush for Latino kids, just trying to get to higher education.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So yeah, what do you need help with? It sounds like you've got money to give away to students, which is always a good position to be in.
Yeah. So we empty the bank every year. There's really not much. We're run by volunteers. There's very little operating expenses, but we do fund activities like we got an upcoming golf tournament. Shonna and Megan are going to be there at the event, and we're glad to have them. But
are you playing golf?
Come on.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like a very Shonna thing, but yeah, I don't know. I thought maybe
I've decided that this year when I'm asked to go to these golf events that I will man a booth or do a pin thing.
Oh yeah, that's nice. You could do like the putting green. Like you could sponsor a little like competition on the putting green.
Oh no, yeah.
Something like too much. That's too much.
Like that.
Yeah.
Something fun like that.
Put on the sunglasses and maybe drive around the golf cart a little bit. Maybe that's about as much as.
Okay, let's focus.
I'm sorry. Back to the golf tournament. You've got a golf tournament coming up.
Yes, we do. September 13th. It's a Friday. It's at Tregaron Golf Course in Bellevue, Nebraska. And they do a wonderful job of receiving us. And we've been doing there a couple of years. So yeah, it should be a good event. Yeah.
That's great. So how many students are served by your scholarship fund?
Yeah. So we, since 2004, have awarded 335 scholarships.
Wow.
Just over 350,000. And our goal this year was to raise and award 15 scholarships and 50,000. But we blew that out of the water 3 months in. Our team did. We were super excited about that. So next year, in conjunction with Cinco de Mayo, which is 105 years of festivals, we're going to hopefully match that with scholarship dollars of 105 as well. So we'll keep a theme of 105. We're calling the golf tournament 105, Keep the Dream Alive.
Oh, love it.
Yeah. I like it. Yeah. I like it. Yeah. Yes.
So are there any requirements for a student who may be trying to seek a scholarship from you?
It's the requirement, it's Latino. It's Latino based. Okay. You have to be attending a school, higher education in the state of Nebraska. We award trade scholarships and also 4 years and actually masters. We're trying to build up to a doctoral degree, but we awarded 3 master's graduate scholarships last year. Yeah, so we're excited. Yeah.
Yeah. And so I know you mentioned early on that your goal is to kind of do what Intern is doing, but how are you connecting students to the workforce today? And, I'm always thinking about ways that we can, further develop our partnership as well.
Yeah, I think that's a perfect question right now because, I think God drops things in my plate, and the verticals that are being thrown in front of me as far as employment seems to be aviation and STEM, trades, construction, architectural engineering, and then healthcare. So those 4 verticals are the spaces where I feel like relationships have already been, established. And now those folks are saying, hey, we need to get connected. That's the fastest growing in the community. How do we get connected to you? So those are the 4 verticals we're going to focus in on the next year. But they're already in the works right now.
Yeah, that's great. Okay. I have some thoughts, but those are for after the podcast. So I'm going to focus now.
Okay. Yeah, I was curious about the aviation one. But yeah, that feels like an after the podcast question more than anything else. All right. So how might either a student or a donor get involved with either the golf tournament if they're looking to, have a nice day on the links, or if I'm a student and you're like, I'm seeking a scholarship, how might they get in contact with you?
Yeah. So first question, if I'm a donor or a sponsor, how do I get involved? On our website, I actually have an all events page out there as well. We have it on our Facebook, Barrientos Facebook page, registration's available, but super easy. If they want to get a, hold of my team or me, obviously I'm going to be accessible as well, but definitely Barrientos Scholarship Foundation.com.
Excellent.
Got it.
Excellent. What's that?
I just said, got it. That's all.
Oh, I thought you said cut.
No, I'm not a director. I'm along for the ride.
Okay. Tony, I'm so sorry.
I'll
This
answer
is
the
our
second part.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
For students.
For students. So we're definitely going to have some of our students be at the event. That's always a kind of a special deal. This year, and Shonna's team was part of this, the Student Success Program. So we not only give dollars, but are also providing resources as well. Specifically, what we want to do is connect students who don't get our scholarship an opportunity for other relationships with scholarships and also resources, Intern Nebraska being one of those. So to answer your question, we will have a handful of those kids be on point there. And then there's going to be 4 that attended the Student Success Program. They don't know that this yet, but they're going to be awarded a scholarship because of the grit. They didn't get our scholarship, but because of showing up for each class, they saw something a little bit different than maybe somebody who showed up 3 times, right?
Sure.
So we're going to award them $500 scholarships as well. So they don't know it yet, but it's because of grit. So we're going to award grit.
That's great.
Right.
Yeah.
That's always nice just to be rewarded for, doing things that benefit you, but then are just like showing that you care about the opportunities being presented to you. That's outstanding.
Yeah,
okay. So here's what I was going to say. I was looking at the time, but we are really cruising through this conversation. So backing up to aviation, construction, engineering, architecture, and STEM careers. So Brian, you asked, tell me about aviation. I think that's actually interesting.
Yeah, you said it fell into your lap, which is fascinating because, we're in Omaha, which there are a few airports around, but it's not a common.
So one of our star students from last year belongs to the UNO program, the aviation program. Also, Haig Howie. Do you know Haig?
I don't.
So he runs an aviation STEM program right out of Oakview Mall.
Oh, wow.
Somebody handed me their car. They said, you need to go talk to this gentleman. I said, that's awesome, right? So just getting more, that's not a traditional Latino career path.
Yeah.
So, but Noah Torres is one of our great students. He'll be at the golf tournament. You'll meet him. But he's just a phenomenal kid. He's getting more students interested in that aviation space. Jet Links, they're definitely positioned well at UNO as far as supporting it. They're friends of ours. And it just seems like an easy pathway for us to make those connections for our students where they would not otherwise make those connections.
Sure.
It's so interesting because there are so many career paths in aviation similar to tech, right? Where it's like, oh yeah, mechanic, all sorts of things outside of a pilot, which is my initial thought. But I'm like, oh yeah, that's a pretty broad career field too.
Yeah.
And I know Carney's program is growing as well, Carney's aviation program. So it's just cool to see all these different opportunities coming about. And just thinking of one more thing, Duncan Aviation is one of the intern NE awardees. So I'm just thinking there might be things that we can do to connect those students to those opportunities faster.
I love it already.
So
yeah,
great. Well, what else do you want people to know?
I think, I know we only have a few seconds left, but I think one of the things I kind of kid about is it's not that our kids aren't ready. I think it's just they need relationships, right? And so that's what we're providing. If you're a first gen college student, your family doesn't really have a pathway for you. So we want to provide that, almost be a surrogate second generation college student for the kids that are coming up, right? So if we can't help you, then we're going to plug you into resources of people who can help you. So we have strong relationships with UNO. We're going to make it with UNL, and really in progression of the way kids apply. We had 180 kids apply. 55% want to go to UNO. So we're starting with UNO relationships. Sure. That's why we're on campus, and that's why I'm really connected to their student success program at UNO as well.
That makes a lot of sense. Yeah. Great. Well, thanks for all you're doing.
Yeah,
it all makes a difference. Yeah. And especially in our growing diverse populations, like the more opportunities, the better. So
thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks for coming on.
Appreciate you.
Great job, Brian.
Oh, thank you. Thanks for listening, everyone.